What do you think? Does it come in black?
Really enjoyed my trip to Nebraska. So, anybody see any good movies lately?
Not really, no.
Oh. Read any good books?
Nope.
No. Anything new with corn?
Oh, yeah, corn.
Corn.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
corn, you bet.
Corn, corn, yeah.
Corn is always...
Come a-running, boys, don't you hear the noise? Like the thunder in the sky. How it rolls along in a good old song from the sons of Nebraska. Now it's coming near with a rising cheer that'll sweep all foes away. So with all our vim, we were bound to win, and we're going to win today. In the days of old, Johnny Vanderbold would just take that ball in hand, and with Benedict right in front of him, they would set sail for the land. Then Doc Eager too, with a chosen few, would be all around everywhere. And before they quit, they would calmly sit down behind that goalpost there. For Nebraska and the Scarlet, for Nebraska and the Cream, though they go through many battles, our colors still are seen. And so in contest and in victory, we will wave them for the team, and we'll always stir a cornhusker, the Scarlet and the Cream.
What's up, everybody? I'm Matt.
I'm Jimmy.
We are two average guys. Welcome back to the show.
Scarlet and cream and black.
And back in black. I tell you what, we're going to start the show talking about not an alien invasion, that's for sure.
Blackout.
Blackout. That was fans. You did your job.
Yeah, I was shocked.
I
Not
was
shocked. Nebraska fans are good fans. But that everybody showed up in black.
I was very much expecting more red in the stadium
100%.
than what we saw. So that was incredible. Like
It was.
I told somebody, like, you think about some of the great stadiums in college football, some of the great traditions, some of the things you see week in and week out at some of the bigger stadiums.
The Penn State whiteout.
Think about the Penn State whiteout. I told somebody today, I said, that last night, if I'm walking into that crowd at a night game, that is way more intimidating to me
Then a whiteout.
than a sea of white.
Agreed.
That was, like, the darkness that surrounded the stadium, the darkness that was in the stadium was just something it went way better than I thought it was.
It was way better than I thought.
That was
And
incredible.
I really thought, I saw people that were like, yeah, the blackout's going to be cool, but we're going to get beat by double digits and get embarrassed on the national stage again. And, like, we really didn't. I mean, a 21-17 loss, obviously a 4-point loss, not embarrassed. But no, I could not believe how, there's a bunch of old folks old folks are fine, but they're stuck in their ways. I'm not,
Yep.
That's not our color. We're
Yeah.
not, black is not one of
A
our
lot of
colors.
traditionalists.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. But it was awesome.
Yeah, I also love tradition. I love our traditional helmet. I love everything about our traditional, pants and uniforms.
Right.
But there's been maybe one or two alternates I wasn't a big fan of. This is the last black uniform I absolutely loved as well. But I did think the black on black today, the
It
helmets
was
were slick.
sweet. The black end zones, the black end in the middle of the field, just the black balloons.
Yes.
It was awesome,
Yeah.
man. I saw people saying we need to do this every year, and I agree.
Yeah, and make it a tradition that we do it one game every year. I thought that was an intimidating atmosphere. I thought, again, the fans did their part. The Husker, everybody in the Husker athletic department and administration who made that happen did their part because they did a lot of stuff up front to promote this as well.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone got the message. It was absolutely amazing. And again,
Thanks for buying in if you weren't
Yes.
interested in buying in.
And in Casey, yeah, I say this is much better than a Penn State whiteout. Penn State fans might fight you over that, but I will say, man, if you do a blackout, that was much better than what I've ever seen in any
And there was
college
a
football
lot of recruits there. I know we didn't win the game. I really wish that we would have won the game for so many different reasons, but
Yeah.
at least they got to see us up
Yeah.
late in the game when they did the light show. or it was tied, or whatever the score was at that
17-14
point. 17-14 at that point.
Yep.
We were up. So they got to see the light show when the fans were still into it.
Yep.
And hopefully that really helps.
Yeah, I think the atmosphere probably helped with recruiting because,
For sure.
again, you're talking about a Big Ten game here, and obviously USC is newer to the Big Ten.
And they're not good on the road, whatever, that's fine.
And yes, a lot of people we're saying going to that game, hey, we're going to lose by 30, we're going to lose by double digits. And you got to kind of bring yourself back down to earth when you respond to those people because...
I know, I just have to bite my tongue and not do anything.
Yeah.
I used to comment and I don't anymore.
Because the biggest thing for me is, I get it, USC's got the number one pass offense. They have an amazing receiver in Lemon. It's very good.
Yes.
Maeva's had a great year so far. He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. So they've done some good things, but they're also, one, not good on the road. And two, they have to adjust to the Nebraskas. Trick plays, and they all worked, but the flea flicker killed us.
Yeah.
That one killed us. That was like a 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 8. Like, that one killed us.
What'd that go for?
40, something like that.
40,
And
something like that.
great pass, great catch. I mean, the catch was incredible.
Yeah,
The coverage was good.
They have skill guys.
Yes.
I wish we had more big boys up front. I've been talking about into this with people all week. You know, we've talked about it. We have skill position guys that have won us games this year. But if we had big boys up front, we would have beat Minnesota. We would have beat Michigan. We would have won last night.
100%. What's up, Donnie? Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Like, I don't even. Our offensive line had a much better game last night.
It was one of their better games of the season, really.
They weren't the issue last night. And we were just talking about this before we started here. I think, yes, Dylan Raiola goes down. I do think if we have Dylan Raiola in that game, I think we'll win the game. 100% think we'll win the game if we have him in.
I agree. But I got to take when you're done.
We've seen what he can do in the fourth quarter. But what I said to you
That's a good point.
And it came from the announcers, and you can kind of see it in the coach's face too. Like, Raiola gets hurt, and then TJ Lateef comes in. The announcers even said, like, oh, they're just, you gotta just prepare for the run now because you don't really know what he can do through the air. He's not, he's not really a proven quarterback. He's a freshman, yada yada. So you're gonna have to
sling it, but okay.
Stack the box, and you're gonna have to prepare for the run. Well, sure. Like, we should still be running the ball because we were very successful. 165 yards on the ground for Emmett Johnson. Had a very good game. And we know TJ Lateef can run. But you could see it on the sidelines, too. I just felt like something deflated from the coaches in the way they coached that game. And I said it to you. It's like, hey, okay, we got TJ Lateef coming in. We're going to take the ball off Emmett Johnson's shoulders, but they didn't put it in TJ Lateef's hands. Which is, again...
It's a good way to put it, because I just don't really know what we did.
Yeah. They didn't really have a game plan ready for TJ Lateef, as if they don't ever plan on putting him in a game where he needs to win it for us.
Okay, so can I give my take right now? Because that was a perfect kind of entrance into that. So we've talked this year about the second and third quarter, our offensive struggles. I thought that we should have had TJ Lateef play at some point in time. I know they want to redshirt him, sure, whatever. At this point, he might not be able to if Dylan's not going to be able to go much, whoever knows going further for the rest of the season. So if he would have played more stretches, a drive here, a drive there, I feel like if he would have played more in some of those games, that he would have come in yesterday, the team would have been more confident, he would have been more confident, he wouldn't have fumbled 3 times. Yeah, sure, he didn't lose any of them, but I feel like we would have won the game because he would have had just a little bit more experience under his belt, and I don't know, that's just kind of the way I've been feeling about it since last night. I was really excited when he went in there. I was like, man, I can't wait to see what he does. Like, yeah, I was obviously bummed that Dylan got hurt, but I was like, let's see what we got, and we just really didn't do very much.
Yep.
And I feel like if he would have gotten more of an opportunity earlier in the season, hard to say because you do want to redshirt him, but that we would have won that game, he would have played better.
Yeah, and Donnie says let him cook. Yeah, I think
Agreed.
Here's the thing: what we saw with his arm strength and with his run game, yes, against Houston Christian,
sure.
yes, against lesser opponents, he
I
still
get it.
came in and balled out. And even as a freshman, to do that. He has poise, he has confidence. What our game plan when he came in was the same game plan we had with Dylan Raiola, except we had him run the ball a few times. And it's like, wait,
and it was a tight game. I get it. You don't want him to do too much.
They protected him, is what they did.
We were way too conservative.
He's not a pocket passer. You have to get him out. You have to get him on the move. You have to get him doing an RPO. You have to do a play action. You have to do a bootleg, and that's what we saw him be successful in those
rollout
2
where
games.
he can throw it, and if it's not there, he can run it and get you positive yardage.
Get the tight end rolling out with him. Get the running back out in the flat. That I think it was like a 3rd and 6 when we did the QB draw up the middle, and the guy got his leg. EJ was out in the flat, wide open, but that wasn't the call. And so I don't think our coach's play calling was helpful to him at all. And so I saw a lot of people on our page say it too. They're like, all these people that wanted Latif, look what you got and look what happened.
I know Kayla said that, and I was like, I have been one that has wanted him too. But just to get him that experience so that if he does need to come in a game like that, in a spot like that he can win us a game.
And again, we were very conservative. And I thought we were conservative
even before that.
Way more in that game overall, which, again, this is nothing new to Nebraska fans. We see conservative play calling.
Hand the ball off to EJ. That's been successful, but I agree.
Notre Dame ran for over 300 yards last week. Yes, better offensive line. I'd argue better running backs. I do think EJ is just as good as any other running back.
Jeremiah Love is kind of in a category of his own, but
any other running
right
back
there
in the country, if you have a good offensive line,
would be that good.
Johnson's going to be that good.
Oh yeah.
So, and he has an offensive line that run blocks fairly well, and we did fairly well yesterday. Again, he's getting 6 yards a carry. You can't argue with that. Our offensive line did the job. We didn't continue to give him the ball. Like, again, we do most games. We don't, hey, we're going to give you the ball. This is your game, man. Like, go put 200 plus.
It's the same thing. We get down to the 10-yard line, and first down, we do a fade to the back of the end zone. It's like, come on, man. I mean, we scored a touchdown on that drive, but still. Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah, and again, the play calling and Casey here, like all game and I think all year, you got questions on what the hell are we doing, because we get the ball in the second half, we're up 14-6, and we come out flat.
Yep.
It's like, how do we do this every damn game where even if we don't have a lead, we get the ball in the second half, and it's like, you just know what's going to happen. Like my brother's like, hey, I can guess what play Dana's going to call. I know. Before they even run the play. Like, it's just boom, boom.
A handoff, and then, like, a screen, an RPO. I don't.
Every once in a while on first down, Dylan's going to drop back and just, whoop, hopefully someone catches it. I'm going to throw a 500 ball. Man, like, he's still throwing these ducks out there up in the air, and even the announcers at one play like, that ball was up in the air for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah, because he got it right away, and he threw it 30 yards downfield, but it was in the air.
And that particular one, I thought it probably could have been a PI on Denke, but, I mean, whatever.
They called it when they wanted to, called it when they didn't want. They didn't call it when they didn't want to. The refs, again, questionable, which we've seen all year.
Yeah.
Ross here says broken leg for Raiola.
What?
Really? I mean, he was walking on it last night. I'm a little surprised to hear that. It looked like a high ankle sprain.
I know Trey Taylor played in his playoff game at 1:00 yesterday and then flew out for the game last night. Can he tag in as a backup for Latif?
Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
We'll have to look into that more.
Yeah, so
Not saying I don't trust you, Ross.
I'm just shocked if he's got a broken leg. That's crazy. So yeah, we went 3-and-out start the third quarter.
If that's the case, I really want to see what Latif's got then.
Then we get a turnover, get an interception.
Yeah, Andrew Marshall.
And then Dylan goes down, fumbles the ball, and boom, we're done. Like, I think Nebraska fans probably as a whole saw that. Once they saw Dylan get hurt, again,
deflated things a little bit.
Yeah,
probably
I think
the stadium.
I
have to ask my sisters because they went. Of course, Jason's USC fan.
It still sounded loud, which is good, but again, I feel like we played to protect TJ Latif. We didn't let him go out there and play his game. We called a very conservative game for him. 4th and 1, a turning point, 4th and 1.
And we kick a 50-yard field goal and miss, obviously, but go for it, man.
52-yard field goal chance. It's under 40 degrees out. It's freezing. Our kicker hasn't had a kick all game. Why are we going a 52-yarder at that point in the field? Because if he misses it, they still get the ball where you kicked it from. If you go for it and you don't get it, they're still going to get the ball right there. Agreed. 52 yards was too much for him to go for it. And he came up 5-10 yards short. It just wasn't
it's
far.
Funny because last week I was like, especially if it's our first possession and we get down there, don't go for it on 4th, just kick the field goal, take the points. How many times have we seen us lose by 3, lose by whatever, and we had an opportunity to kick a field goal? But in that spot, you don't kick the field goal. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
and at that point in the game, again, 4th and 1, we brought our big package in. We had Harburg in there. Hand the ball off to Johnson. Like, again, we just, it's kind of same old, and then we call a timeout. We burned our second timeout because Rule was so pissed off about the play that didn't get called for a personal foul when the guy put 2 hands to our guy's chest and shoved him to the ground. That should have been a penalty. Our guy should not have gotten a penalty. He was still blocking a little bit after the whistle, but he did not shove him down. He did not shove him into the pile.
Right.
He was still moving him from behind. That guy turned 2 hands on the chest and knocked him to the ground. Right in front of the ref, and you don't call it. So I understand you're pissed off, but don't waste so much time crying about it that then we have to use a timeout.
When you
then
use-
you got to use a second timeout when
two
you should have just
timeouts
gone for
early
it.
and lose by 4 points.
Yep.
That comes back to bite you.
Yep.
Big time.
And that, again, coaching matters, especially in college football. Coaching does matter. In the NFL, maybe not quite as much. Big boys, they can take care of themselves. Kind of like NBA. I don't even know why they have coaches, but like.
I don't even
In
know.
college football, it matters.
Coaches
In those
are.
situations, game management and game plans matter. And I felt like, what are we doing again? We see this. We see this every year. We see poor game management out of our coaches, no matter who our coaches are. We've seen it for so long, and fans are sick and tired of it. And I don't know what the fix is. Like, what do we
I
do?
don't either.
We can't do anything about it. But like, how do we change that? Those stupid calls.
Especially Rule. With Frost and Riley, they spoke well, I guess, too, even though Frost wouldn't really, he kind of gave everybody the cold shoulder, but anyway.
Yep.
But Rule, he says everything right all week, and then you get to the game and it's like mistakes that happen, that are on the coaching staff. It's like, I don't know how you guys let that happen.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's easy to sit back on the couch and have a beer and watch the game and be like, why are we doing that? But that's your job. You make millions of dollars to do it. I don't understand how we continuously make mistakes like that.
Yes.
I don't know.
And Kayla, to your question, Gramstad is our third string. I think Harburg's technically 4th if we need him.
I mean, he could play.
Yeah, he could definitely go in a quarterback.
He could go in and run.
But like burning those timeouts,
Blow some guys up.
Burning those timeouts is just, again, an inexcusable coaching moment that you cannot do that. Especially if you're going to need those timeouts later in the game and you already used them, you screwed yourself, you screwed the team. So, and that's coach's call. It's not the team. We were lined up. It's not like the clock was running down to 0 and we decided to go ahead and call a quick timeout. No. We had plenty of time to run that play and we burned a second timeout. And if we're going to continue talking about coaches, I also want to focus on Butler.
Okay.
Now, I thought it felt like they had 400 yards rushing on us yesterday because they were getting 10, 12, 14 yards per carry. They only had 202. It felt like a lot more. But how do we not stop a damn run up the middle when they're running the same play over and over and over again? If you ever play college football on PlayStation, it's like a tray.
Oh, that's all I do when I
That's
play
all it is.
football games on video games. All
Run
I
up the
do is
middle,
run
run
the
up the
ball.
middle. Counter.
You
Like,
create
counter left, counter right, counter left, counter right.
You create Jim Jank as a running back, and then
Yeah.
you do the option because I played like PlayStation 1, when Eric Crouch was the quarterback, and you just pitch it. So you just run.
And you
But
counter play to the left, counter play to the right,
I
ISO
know,
up the middle.
I know ISO for sure, but I know we talked about their quarterback being 9 of 23, no touchdowns, an interception. We got to find some kind of balance, right? Like our DBs can be that good, but how can we not get any pressure on the quarterback? Which we got maybe a little bit more than I thought we would, than we have been. But how can we not stop the run?
When we dialed up pressure on the pass plays, guess what? He was rattled. Again, 9 of 23. And majority of those incompletions, we had some sort of pressure coming. We still didn't pressure enough.
Right.
We still allowed him, when we did pressure, to run the ball. He had 62 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Running back had 129. But that's not really what beat us in that game. It was not really our defense. Yeah, they weren't great. Our offense was just stale.
That's a good way to put it.
And our defense they made some stops. And it was funny, I was also saying this, and I think a lot of people might agree. Lincoln Riley is not a good, he shouldn't be a head coach and offense coordinator. They could have ran the ball down our throats the entire game. They could have had 400 yards rushing, and they could have beat us by 3 scores.
Yeah.
Why do you not run? They get down in the red zone and they do what Nebraska does. They second guess what they want to do.
It was pretty
Why
funny.
don't you run the ball?
They actually played like a very similar game to how we play on
Yes.
offense.
Yes, they played like Nebraska plays. Because why are you not? You ran the ball all the way down the field. Then you get to the 10-yard line and you're like, we're going to pass now. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
And then
I know
they get 3 points.
It's the same thing. I mean, they're thinking, oh, we got a good quarterback and we got good receivers.
It's just crazy.
I know. I don't get it.
It's just crazy. So I do think USC's, they're not a bad football team whatsoever.
No,
they played like Nebraska would on certain parts of their game to where when something's working, let's stop doing it. When we go down our first drive, having a great first drive.
We always do.
5-6 yard passes. We're getting the ball out quick. We're
throw
running
to
the ball
Lindenmeyer.
really good.
EJ. Throw to Barney.
We get everybody
EJ.
involved.
And then after that, we completely change our game plan after that. For whatever reason.
Everyone involved, and then we don't see those plays anymore in that game. We don't give the ball to Lindenmeyer enough. We don't give the ball to our tight end enough. And we say this every week, every year. We say this, our tight ends are not used the way they need to. You cannot throw the ball to Harburg behind the line of scrimmage.
No.
We have nobody out there blocking for him.
He is not shifty. He is a bruiser.
And at first they're like, oh, that's it was kind of a little bit behind him. Like, no, that's where the pass is supposed to be on that play. It doesn't matter if you don't have anyone blocking out in front. He's got nowhere to go. He's got to beat 3 guys now.
Or he's got to run a couple guys over. He's catch the ball 5 to 10 yards downfield, maybe bruise somebody up and get a couple extra yards.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
But we ran, I think 4 or 5 of TJ Latif's passes were behind the line of scrimmage. Like, that's where the play was supposed to go. And they went nowhere. So
did you not see the freaking bomb that he threw? Yes, like you said, it was against Akron or Houston Christian, whatever. Broke and sling it. And USC is not that good on defense.
25-17 did a lot of yapping for guys that, again,
are not very good.
They overrate themselves. And he made a really good pass downfield. 25 did have a really good pass breakup. But outside of that, like, you could tell he could sling it. It's like, let him do that more often.
Like I said, roll him out. He can throw on the run, and if it's not there, he can just take off and get positive yards. It's not that hard.
Yeah,
Dana, it's not that hard.
Hey, listen to 2 Average Guys. We'll tell you what's
Come have a beer, and we'll talk game plan.
There you go. So I just, again, and Sean, you mentioned this just a little bit ago. Yeah, those wasting the timeouts, the game management, the clock management is something that we're still questioning this time. I think it was Jake Price last week. He's like, we're still questioning game management at this time of the season. We're screwed. Like,
oh yeah,
like we're still questioning it, and we still got 3 more games to go. And guess what? They're all winnable games.
They are.
We could very much still end up 9-3 this year.
We're playing 8:00 West Coast. I mean 6:00, I guess West Coast, but 8:00 here on Fox. Another night game on Fox. Let's go
at the Rose Bowl.
There'll be more Nebraska fans there than UCLA fans. For sure.
If UCLA had kept winning,
and we're dogs.
Yeah.
Did you see that? UCLA was 5.5
after winning.
We may end up being favored, but we'll see.
It may change. Well, and it all depends. If Dylan Raiola has truly broken his leg and isn't playing, we'll probably still remain the dog. Look it up.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, we're going on the road. There is going to be a ton of Husker fans there at the Rose Bowl. Have no doubt whatsoever. But again, if we've still questioned the same things over and over again. And I know we're not the only fans that see it. Our fans on our show here mention it. We got people that mention it in our comments, and you see other podcasts talking about the same thing over and over again. It's like, why aren't we correcting this? How do we go in at halftime when they're killing us on these runs, and they come out and they just run the ball on us again? It's like we changed nothing. And I've said it. I think I said it last week. Our defense is Charmin soft. They get pushed around. Our linebackers are out of place. Cam Lenhart, I'm calling you out, man. You do not know how to contain on that left side. You pinch in every time.
I know, he's so good, but he hasn't been playing that well this year. I hate to say that.
No, he's been horrible this year. Casey, yes, we could lose all 3. That's obvious, but we're not going to say that. I think we could win all 3. But of course we could lose all 3. It's a flip 50-50 every single game this entire rest of the year. But again, we get Cam Lenhart, who just pinches in from the left side. He does not contain. They ran 3 plays his way. One was the Mayab touchdown, and he was way out of position. As soon as that ball, he's pushing in, and boom, he pulls out. He's gone. It's like you can't, as a defensive end, if that's your job, unless you're going in for a sack, you cannot rush. You cannot rush in like that.
You know, it's tough because, like we were talking about, how good our secondary is. I saw a replay of one of their run plays. And, I mean, by the time their running back got the ball, yeah, sure, he gets the ball in the backfield. We have 3 guys up front with 2 linebackers and then 6 it was kind of an umbrella, right? By the time their guy gets the ball, he's like 4 yards behind 4 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
Something has to change there. And so you're talking about Cam Lenhart. Yeah, he goes down. He's only one body, right? Yeah. In whatever gap you want to say. I don't know. Like, on plays that we know they're going to run the ball, we got to have more bodies up front. I don't know what the fix is. Give and take. Good, good secondary, bad up front, whatever you want to say. I don't know where we go from here in that department because teams are going to be able to run on us.
Yeah.
Wait till we play Penn State. Wait till we play Iowa.
Yep.
Penn State, whatever, but Iowa is going to try to run the ball down our throat. And if we don't change something, it's going to be a bad day.
Well, it's because the quarterback's not very good.
He can't throw, but he can run.
Well, that's the thing. You mentioned putting 3
guys up. We got to make him throw the ball in that game.
When you have 3 guys up against 6 or 7, and they got 1 or 2 wide receivers, play man on those receivers.
100%.
And everybody else, you're playing the run.
Even if you want to put 2 guys on Lemon, sure.
Well, yeah, maybe double cover 1 guy. But, like, outside of that, or safety over the top, something. But
I think we're not that deep at linebacker.
No. And our linebackers, they're getting hit by the linemen. It's not like that's the thing, too. It's like you see the play from behind, and you see our defense, and it's like, by the time the running back gets to our linebackers are moved out of the way by a lineman or a tight end. They don't got a chance.
They got guys pulling.
But also we have 3 guys up front. They don't have to double team any of our guys up front because they're not pushing through either.
No.
So we have a lot of weakness on our defense because of that. And yeah, they exposed it again.
I think it's a crutch that we don't have very big D linemen. They're young. I mean, our whole team's young, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to hate. Like, we have a lot of young, freshmen, sophomores. We're trying to kind of mask that area with DBs, right?
Yeah.
And we're really good. We have a lot of guys at that position that are really good.
Yeah.
I mean, guys that aren't even playing because we're so deep there. Yeah. But that in the Big Ten football, it's not working.
No, the 3-4, 3-2-5, whatever the hell we're playing is not working.
3-2-6, whatever it is.
It's not working. That's not working. And again, we're not going to adjust now because that's our defense. Like, how are we going? We're not just going to change to a 4-3. We're not running a 4-3.
Well, and we used to play like the bang not break. Now it's like we're not going to let anybody get by us, but they're just going to come to us.
Yeah.
We just got to contain that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And again, and in a sense, they did contain. They gave us a chance. The defense gave us a chance yesterday.
100%.
To win the game.
100%.
And we couldn't execute, and the play calling just wasn't good. It just wasn't good. And it just, again, like we're talking about the same stuff again. And it's so frustrating because I thought we should have won the game. Like, there's no reason we should have won the game.
I really think so too.
And a lot of like national guys also thought Nebraska was going to win that game.
Yeah, a bunch of them picked Nebraska. I was kind of shocked that was the case, but I don't know. It was another one where it was there for the taking, and we didn't pull it out.
Yeah. So, guess confirmed, Dylan Raiola is out for the season. So, lower leg injury, broken, whatever it is. He was walking a little bit on it last night, so if it's broken, it must not be a big break, but enough to take him out for the season. So, unfortunate.
All right, TJ, let's see what you got,
but
bro.
Now we got to step up. So now you got a week to game plan with TJ Lateef. You got all week.
Yeah.
Play to his strength.
Let him run.
Is getting him out of the pocket.
Yes. Let him run. Let him throw on the run. Let him throw.
Let him cook.
Because that's actually
Right?
a good point. Because he does. We talked about it earlier in the season. He slings it. You know, Dylan's got that, like you were saying, the little duck, you know, the little touch pass. He throws the frickin' ball.
Yeah, he slings it.
And he can run. So I'm very excited to see what he brings to the table here.
Yeah, again, it's...
Especially a game like UCLA, like, come out and just frickin' blow their doors off.
Yeah, and the fact that you got a whole week to plan for this, you know he's out for the season. So, what do? You plan, you get a running backs ready, you get a receivers ready, you get that offensive line ready, and let TJ go to work. It's his team now for 3 more games.
Yep.
It's his team now. Give it to him. Let him take the reins. Give him all the confidence in the world that you have in him. Make your game plan to where he can be successful. Don't protect him. He's the big boy.
Yeah.
You're a college football player now. You protect yourself. We're paying you. Protect yourself. And you got offensive linemen, buy into it. Protect his ass.
I knew we should have played him earlier. We would have won last night.
And
sorry, that's all I've been thinking about since last night.
Yes.
If he would have played more earlier in the season, we would have won.
Yeah, and we talked about it multiple times. Like, even if you give him a couple series, hey, Dylan's really struggling, back-to-back turnovers, whatever that looks like, or man, it's just we had a couple 3-and-outs, we're struggling in the third quarter or the second quarter. Like, man, just get TJ, change the rhythm up a little bit on their defense, and let us do something different. And
I'm not taking anything away from Dylan. I love Dylan.
Yeah.
Like he's great. You know, those games that I wanted TJ to come in, you know, Dylan stayed in the whole game.
Yep.
He brought us back in the fourth quarter, and we won against Michigan State. We won against Maryland. I just thought TJ should have come in those games. He would have more experience.
A couple reps in.
So.
Now TJ, yes, ball security has to be worked on. He did fumble 3 times.
Yeah.
That first fumble, I mean, luckily he was running out of bounds because, I mean, he's running towards the sideline with the ball in his right hand when the guy's coming, and the guy saw it. He's like, oh, he's got his right hand. I'm going to hit it out. The second fumble, which one was that? Was that the snap? Yeah. The snap, and then what was the third one?
And that one, even like, if you watch it, I saw it on Twitter. Somebody's like, it would have been a screen pass, walk-in touchdown almost. And it was like, damn.
You rushed it.
Really? Yeah, exactly. I can't remember what the third one was.
Yeah, either way, I mean, he had 3 fumbles. So we got to work on ball control. But, again, if you're getting him outside the pocket and letting him do his own thing and playing to his strength, again, you're getting those bootlegs, those rollouts, getting the tight end to roll out with him, getting your running backs. Get your running backs, plural, running backs. Get Mosey in there. Get Quentin Ives in there. Give him a committee of guys that can help him run that diamond, diamond offense. Like, give him all the tools that you can throw in for his game to help him be successful. If you do that, we're going to win 3 games.
Well, and I'm really excited, I guess.
Yes, said it.
Like, knowing that now, like you said, a whole week of prep, right? Just to see him start the game. You know, he's only come in.
Yeah.
In the
third quarter,
or fourth quarter, or whatever. Just see what he's got right off the bat. Like, you know, let's pull like a Taylor Martinez and snap the ball to him and have him run 55 yards for a touchdown in the first play of the game or something like that, you know?
Option.
Maybe.
And I said it to a couple people yesterday in responses. He is an option offense guy. He line him up under center, run the option. You know who else would be great in the option?
EJ.
You know who else would be great in the option? Mosey. You know who else would be great in the option? Get Harburg lined up as a fullback. You run a triple option.
Get Harburg come and cut.
Are you serious?
Across the front and just blow somebody up as you have TJ run around the corner.
I need someone to hook me up to Dana's phone line. Like, get me to his office. He's probably got a cell phone, not a phone line. Whatever you want to call it. We got to get some sort of option going, Casey, 100%, because he can run it. He absolutely can. And he is that kind of quarterback with EJ or with Mosey also in the backfield. Man, like, how successful could we be? We get Harburg pulling as a tight end. We get Lindemeyer out there blocking as well. Like, I'm getting excited thinking about it, knowing that it's probably not going to happen. But I'm getting excited thinking about it because I can see all the potential there.
I'm glad that the game is at 8. We have a wedding, but we should be home in time to watch it.
Yeah. So,
but I can't miss the start. So
sorry,
guys. We're gonna have to maybe leave a half hour.
There you go. Yeah, and you know, it's like, there's just so many things you can do with him, and I hope they do a service to him, to the team. The team yesterday, they got his back. Like, they know, hey, if we gotta move forward with him, we got him. Like, they have full belief in him too. So we gotta see that from the coaches.
9-3 still there.
It's still on the table. 8-4 still on the table.
I think we're probably looking at 8-4 at this point, but it's still there.
8-4. I said was the floor. If we get 8-4, it's improvement. It's 2 games better than last year. It's moving in the right direction. Even though again we're letting some games slip through our hands, but
we've also won games that we wouldn't have won in years past. So we are turning that corner. Yes, I was really hoping that last night would have been one of those games. It's been one of those types of seasons where, yes, we finally, after like 10 years, have turned the corner and have won some of those close games. Last night would have been just that next step, and we didn't make it.
Tip of the iceberg.
But, you go to UCLA, like, we got to win this week.
Got to win.
You got a quarterback, they don't really know how to prepare for him, right? They can see what limited time he has played.
Yeah.
Get out there and let him sling it early. Let him run early. Let's get a lead and go from there.
Yeah, and Donnie, good point.
Excuse me.
We really are going to see, Dana, what do you got?
Yeah, for sure.
Where are your cojones? Are you putting them out there for everyone to see? Because I hope you are, because this is the week we want to see it.
And maybe you are too. Yeah, maybe you are too tied to Dylan at this point that we're not really sure which direction we go in, right? Like lately on offense, we've been kind of a question mark. Maybe now he's just like, all right, let's see what you got, TJ, and let's just send it.
Yeah, so let it fly.
Send it, bro.
Yeah. So we'll see. We got a week to play, or a week to prepare for UCLA. Again, we talked about it. UCLA, yeah, they won 4 in a row, but they still aren't really a great team.
They got smoked by Indiana last week. I don't know if they had a bye week because everybody gets a bye week before Nebraska, right?
That's right.
USC got a bye week, UCLA got a bye week, Penn State gets a bye week.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. 3 games in a row.
Yeah, it's BS.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, it's not that hard of I shouldn't say it's not that tough of a schedule, but seriously, it's BS.
But now they got to prepare for a different quarterback they haven't seen yet.
That's true.
Minnesota took care of Michigan State yesterday.
Barely. In OT, they were losing.
Got Rutgers. Michigan barely beat Purdue. They had to, score one more time in the fourth quarter to get their win. Indiana smoked Maryland. Ohio State, Penn State was pretty close for a while, but again, Penn State they're struggling. It's not the season for them.
It's not pretty.
But overall, in football, we did get to see some upsets yesterday. Unfortunately, Cincinnati lost.
And they lost bad.
Yeah, Houston.
They got blown.
But Houston's good. We did see. Georgia should have lost to Florida.
We said that about Georgia like every week.
I think the last 3 weeks, Georgia is just barely winning. They're not a very good team, but they got to get Georgia in the playoff. You know that. There was a questionable no catch that was called in that game. I haven't seen the actual replay yet. I've seen some shots, and everyone's like, yeah, that was a catch. Should have been a catch. Now I don't know what catches anymore, but you got to get Georgia in.
What, you don't know what targeting is after watching Ohio State, Penn State?
Bro,
let's not get into it.
Caleb Downs? Now. No, we're getting into it. Caleb Downs. It's because it's Caleb Downs. It's because it's Ohio State. That was, Ohio State fans are like, he led with his shoulder. He didn't use the crown of the head. Forcible contact to the head or neck area on a defenseless receiver. That was 1,000%.
Do you know how many times that people have led with their shoulder and hit somebody hard and they've gotten ejected?
Yeah. Yes.
They want to say that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, a guy got hit.
The guy was up in the air and he hit him head to head. You're gone.
He jumped with no arms ahead of him, like up like this a little bit. But dude, it was helmet to helmet. That was 1,000% of targeting, and the refs made the right call, and then they went to review and they reversed it. So whoever's in that review room watching, that was complete BS.
Was that in the second half?
I think so.
Do you know who Ohio State plays this next week?
I don't.
I don't either. I'm just curious because they're probably like, well, we can't keep them out for next week.
Yep. But again,
unreal.
You got to protect Ohio State, protect some of their players, and again, we're seeing Ohio State team that's good, but Caleb Downs is
a huge run right now. I get it. It's fine, but it was insane.
Yeah.
Why even have the rule if you can't even call it?
And it's so inconsistent. Again, that was.
And they called it right.
Yes.
Then why do you even have review?
That was a defenseless receiver. It was helmet to helmet. Yes, it wasn't with the crown, but it was forceful contact to the head or neck area.
My question is, who is that one behind the scenes when they go to review that makes that final decision?
I don't know. It's not like
Because
Mike
the
Piera
guys, yeah, I
or
mean, we've talked
Dean
about Brian.
Blandino.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah,
Dino.
Dean. Yeah, Dean.
I haven't seen Dean all
Because
year.
those guys, like, they genuinely call it right.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they're like, oh, if it's like a bang bang, like ball hits the ground, they're like, oh, it was this call on the field. I think it probably sticks. Could see it, this or that. That targeting, how is somebody not like, yeah, boom, gone.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Easy. Done.
It was a very easy call in my mind. But again, we've seen it over and over again. Ohio State gets protected from some of those calls. Yeah, we've seen it. Georgia Tech lost to NC State. They didn't get smoked, but they lost.
They gave up 48 points.
Yeah, they gave up 48 points. Texas was absolutely destroying Vandy. Did they bring in their fourth string in the fourth quarter? Because
I'm
Vandy
not
scored
sure.
3 touchdowns in
Vandy-
the fourth.
Yeah, they made a comeback, and that's why, they gotta keep all those teams ranked.
Yep. So
But-
now Vandy loses to Texas. SMU.
Arch probably had his best game, from my understanding. I
Yeah.
didn't get to watch much football. I was on dad duty yesterday, but
You're on dad duty all the time.
I'm on dad duty every day. But I was really on dad duty yesterday, so I only got to watch the Husker game.
But Miami loses again. So they go down to 6-2. Lost to SMU.
Yeah, I saw
Notre
that.
Dame.
Carson Beck threw an interception, end zone or just outside the end zone in overtime,
Yeah.
and then SMU stole that game.
Yep. Then, of course, Notre Dame got the Texas Tech got the dub. Oklahoma takes down Tennessee with a guy wearing, I don't know, gym shorts. I don't know. It looked like he was wearing Daisy
Spanx?
Spanx. Yeah, that's probably a better
Maybe.
way to put it.
Okay.
I mean, they were like halfway up his thigh, his football pants.
I
What the
saw,
hell?
I don't know if this is. I saw somebody that was like, every time we make a kick, we cut our pants a little bit shorter.
A little bit
And so
shorter.
they were like all the way up here. I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious.
My god, that is funny. But like, man, like these shorts or these pants on some of these college football players are getting ridiculous.
Dude.
Like, dude, your knee, you doesn't even go down to your knees. Like, you have no pads in your knees. Like, this is getting ridiculous.
If I was on kick block, I would be like, I want to blow that guy up so bad that
Yes.
he is just like, oh, I wish I had pads. Nope. You got short shorts, bro.
Yeah, sure. Dude, we gave you a pair of pants that fit all the way down to your calf, and you cut them up to your mid thigh.
Dude, I'm sorry. As a coach, I would be like, you cannot wear that. You wear football pants with pads in them. If you want to take the pads out as a kicker, fine. By all means. Wear some damn pants.
If you take a helmet to the knee, you're going to be like, oh man, I wish I had my old pants back.
When I was playing hockey, there was a kid I played with that didn't wear elbow pads, and I was like, he fell at practice one day, and he was complaining, and I was like, where are your elbow pads? He's like, I don't wear them so I can stick handle better. And I was like,
So you stick handle better.
then stop complaining that your elbow hurts because you fell on it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. Oh my god. I had to bring that up because that was just the funniest damn thing.
Sorry, we got off topic hard there, but
Virginia takes care of Cal. Louisville beat Georgia Tech. Cincinnati again. Utah 45-14. They got absolutely manhandled.
yeah.
They're still 7-2 again. They're still in the top 25.
Utah
at 25.
took a big jump in the Big 12 yesterday.
They
and
did
in the rankings.
And
Looking like probably Utah and Texas Tech.
Yep.
Big 12.
yeah, and then of course West Virginia won, beat Houston, who was ranked 22, and then Michigan ranked 21 beat Purdue, which again no shock there, but they barely beat them, 21-16. And you know it's interesting right now. Again we get to see the first rankings, playoff rankings of next week.
It's this week.
Tomorrow.
I
So
think so.
again,
Or it's,
like
Tuesday.
Tuesday. That's right.
Sucks because if we would have freaking won, I'm not saying that we would have been ranked, but
Well, we would have at 7-2 beating a ranked team.
we would have been right there.
Yeah, and technically we would have had 2 ranked wins this year. But like again,
It'll be an SEC show.
It will be.
It will be.
Oregon will be in there, Indiana will be in there, and then Ohio State. So, and yes, Casey,
Curious to see where. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick, Colorado. Yes, Colorado got smoked, which put a smile on my face. So they got smoked 2 weeks in a row, giving up like 100 points to Houston and to who was it last night? Arizona. They got
Arizona's not even
smoked. I think 96 points. It was like 45 and
Yeah.
52 or something like that. I mean,
It was
talk
like,
about
it was like
coaches.
over 100 points in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, Malzahn, Gus Malzahn at Auburn.
No, Hugh Freeze.
Hugh Freeze, not Gus Malzahn. Hugh Freeze got canned. Dabo Sweeney and Clemson, they lost to Duke 26-25, like
46-45.
46-45, but that's by one.
Yeah, if
How do you lose to Duke?
if he
They're a
gets,
basketball school.
if he gets fired, even if he doesn't get fired, where are all of these teams gonna find coaches?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like Urban Meyer, Nick Saban, John Gruden. Maybe John Gruden comes back. Those guys aren't coming back. Like, there's nobody out there.
John Gruden said he doesn't want to coach college football.
None of those guys they're not coming back. So who are you going to hire? Unless you hire the next up and comer and take a shot, who are these teams going to hire?
You're potentially looking at a lot of teams that are going to be rebuilding with new coaches.
Who's Penn State going to hire?
New schemes. That's the thing. Penn State made the biggest mistake they could have made by firing James Franklin.
And James Franklin, what? He's going to Virginia Tech or it's all but done?
I don't know.
That's all I saw this week was it's all but done. So
I did see that.
Which is a great hire for them if they get him. I thought he'd maybe go to Big Ten, and sure, Brian Kelly's going to land somewhere.
Maybe
UCLA. I don't know. Who knows? But who are you going to hire?
Yeah. Bill Belichick might be gone after.
Brian Hartline, OC for
OSU.
Is probably the best candidate, but he's never coached. He's never been head coach.
And they've had these ridiculous wide receivers. Julian Sain, you can talk about Julian Sain all you want. He's not a bad quarterback. But when you have an offensive line that gives you all day to throw the ball
all the weapons of the world,
Jeremiah Smith,
and
you have running backs that can absolutely explode, you're going to go 20 for 23 and 235 yards, whatever he was yesterday.
Or whatever.
Yeah, he's not a bad quarterback, but he has all the weapons to help him be successful.
Agreed.
Not every team has that. And guess what? Brian Hartline has that as an offensive coordinator. Not to say he can't be a good head coach, but again, you're taking a gamble on guys that have never been a head coach and in the league, and I don't know how long he's been at OSU, but there are now questions on who the hell is going to hire. Who are you going to hire? Because there's only so many coaches,
and that's the thing. Like, teams are getting nervous, and I mean, even Nebraska just giving Rule a 2-year extension. I mean, I think that was. You can say the record and whatever, but I mean, we want to keep him. Like, we're moving in the right direction. Sure, the wins,
longevity.
Yeah, longevity, right? If we can keep him for the rest of his career, maybe we start getting college football playoff appearances. But who are these teams going to hire? And teams are getting scared, so they want to fire their coach and try to find the next guy. You're paying a lot of money. You're going to have to pay more money.
Yep.
And eventually, you're probably gonna have to pay more money because you're gonna have to buy that guy out when he loses.
Yeah, well, look at LSU. Brian Kelly, perfect example. AD's now fired too. Governor comes out and says, hey, our AD's not making the next choice.
Even though that their school won 7 national championships in other sports, but okay.
Why is your governor being injected into college football? And then he says maybe our president will make the next pick. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I mean, shoot, our governor played football for Nebraska, and he's not making decisions.
Well, he's an idiot, too, so just going to throw that out there.
He's a customer, so I have to be nice.
He's still an idiot. What you look at Deshaun Foster gets hired at UCLA. That was a bad move. He had never coached at any level of football. He played football. He's a really good player, but that'd be like hiring me and you to go coach a team.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I'll do it. You can pay me all you want. I might not be very good, and then you can pay me, but he was in his second year, and they fired him. It's well, you didn't even give the guy a chance.
Exactly.
And Brian Kelly, now he's 3 losses at LSU in the SEC. We know it just means more, and he's fired. Who wants to go to LSU? Now you fired your head coach for losing 3 games. Then you fired your AD for having other successful sports, but
Agreed.
Because football's not successful, you fire him. What are you going to do now? Who wants to go coach at LSU?
Exactly.
Who wants to go coach
Ed Orgeron?
Who wants? Yeah, he does. Yeah, we all know what happened there, though. But who wants to go coach at Penn State when, guess what? 3 losses, that's not good enough. James Franklin, you're not good enough anymore. Who wants to go coach there now? Unless you're getting paid a boatload of money.
Yep.
All people are voting Lane Kiffin at LSU.
I was going to say, that's
Lane
funny that you
Kiffin's
said
not
that
going,
because
though.
Lane Kiffin is going to make so much money whether he stays at Ole Miss, whether he goes to LSU, goes to Florida, which I don't think he will.
Yeah, Florida too.
Everybody wants that dude. He's going to be able to do whatever the heck he wants.
That's probably why Norvell hasn't been fired from Florida State.
He should be too.
Because like, who the hell are we gonna go? Who wants to come coach here at this program that's absolutely broken and has been for a long time? Florida broken.
That's why we gave Rule a 2-year extension, because we are at least have a foundation with a couple of steps forward.
Yes, and we got to build on that.
Yes, there's small steps.
So I don't care about and people are like, yeah, this and that. He hasn't won this many games. This is his record.
This is record against
but guess what?
And stuff.
You get rid of him or you lose him, Nebraska's going back to square one again. And we lose a bunch of recruits who want to come play for him and the other coaches on the team. So you put yourself back so many years when you get rid of a head coach, either proven.
You fire Bo Pelini in 2014, you get Mike Riley and Scott Frost, and you're done for 10 seasons.
Yes. Go back all the way to Frank Solich. Again, like, we can go back Nebraska, we've seen it. So, like, that's why we're like, what are we even doing in college football anymore? Because, now you got all these buyouts. I mean, James Franklin doesn't even have to work the rest of his life. He's going to, but he could have just sat in a boat, could buy himself a yacht, and never worked a day in his life. And a lot of these coaches, that's the situation. Like, you don't have to coach again. No, it's not. You're not hardwired that way, so I get it. But like,
I need Brian here to fire me up like a solid resume so that I can maybe get a coaching job and then get a buyout when I suck.
Yes.
And then get like, even if it's like $3 million.
But we need to put in our contract that guaranteed $5 million if we don't win 6 games our first year.
Hell yeah!
You can fire me. And they're like, wait, why are you putting this in your contract?
Like, well,
don't worry about it.
You're gonna win a bunch of games, and then when you don't, you just get paid.
Maybe they'll just give us a few million to not come and coach.
Because I work really hard, and I don't get paid that much.
Let's just start throwing our resumes out to these schools.
I do really good at my job, and I don't get paid like these guys that don't do good at their job, and then they get like $50 million.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's crazy. The coaching carousel, and it's not done. Like, we know it's not done. There's going to be more coaches going. Kentucky, I mean, Stoops, I don't know how he still has a job. He's horrible too.
What are they going to do though? I mean, like, no one's going to go coach football there.
Yeah. That's
I
right.
mean, you're going to have to get an up-and-comer. I know that Casey said that Franklin has to get a job. Yeah, he'll get a...
And if it paid him more, then there was something in there with the contract and how much Penn State had to like buy out. Like, so again, like, we know James Franklin was going to get another job,
whether it's in, he's going to get a job in the field.
Yeah,
like, he's going to be a coach.
But like, I don't know, like Brian Kelly, I think he just seems like a dirtbag. A lot of the recruits, a lot of people are like, he's not a good person.
He is a DB for sure.
He's not a good person.
He is not a good person. You see all the clips of him yelling at coaches and players on the sideline, which Bo Pelini did, but it was different. Brian Kelly's just
it was with love, not to be an asshole. But it's also funny because, again, if people are talking about Marcus Freeman leaving Notre Dame, why the hell would he leave Notre Dame?
Absolutely not.
He's got a hell of a team.
Don't have to play a conference. Don't have to play a conference championship.
You're almost guaranteed to be in the playoff every year.
The teams that they, have tradition with, that they play every year, are not that good.
Yep.
Sure, yeah, USC, who we played last night, they're up and down, right? That's probably one of the better teams on their schedule. Stanford sucks.
Yep.
They have their ACC ties. Most of those teams are not that good. They don't have to play in a conference championship.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
I wouldn't go anywhere.
No, and he's not. Like, he loves being there. Why the heck would we do it?
And I mean, they obviously it's a big brand. They get they can get solid recruits. I mean, obviously they're a pretty good team. They were in the Natty last year, but they're not that good. I'm just saying. But no reason to leave.
Yeah,
no reason to leave.
But it's gonna get more crazy. There will be more coaches losing their job. Maybe. I think that just kind of depends right now because, again, you look at Norvell, you look at Stoops. Who the heck are you going to go get if you get fired? Clemson, Dabo. Who are you going to go get? I just don't know. Oklahoma State job's over with Gundy, getting fired. Like, there's been so many coaches fired early this year, like halfway through the season, that
it's really
kind of rare.
Interesting to see where things shake out.
Yeah,
between the end of this season, the off season, and what it looks like next year.
But one thing we don't have to worry about is our coach getting fired or leaving. So I'm happy with that.
I agreed.
A lot of people think I've heard people say Matt Rule sucks. Yeah, I'm like, no, like he's growing with the team. Like, he doesn't suck. Like, there's questionable things that we see happen, with some game management, clock management, but
agreed.
He is putting the team in the right direction, which we have not seen in a long time. So we have to take
players like him, recruits like him. He's not missing recruiting visits because he's drunk or whatever. But yeah, no, I like him. When the Penn State talk started, I was like, really? I know his record's not great, whatever you want to say against ranked teams, but I genuinely like the guy, and I think he's kind of got that Osborne vibe where it's like it might take some time, you might be frustrated at this or that, but eventually something good is going to happen. That's my thought.
Yep. I think. Sorry, the question. I'll answer the question from Blake here. So the NIL cap, they've been talking about an NIL cap for the last year and a half. I know the federal government tried to step in and do something with that this year too, trying to introduce a bill.
They work?
Oh, yeah, sometimes. Not until January. But they're trying to introduce some bill to have some sort of cap with NIL. Again, Gundy. Again, I agree with Oklahoma State. The pay-to-play thing. No, that's just not something that we need to be able to do in college football. It's not necessary.
It makes things too. It's already chaotic, but I don't know. I won't get. I will dive too deep if I go into it.
Well, I agreed. We would actually go down a rabbit hole, and we don't have a whole lot of time. So, here's what we need to do. Prepare for next week. Final word here. We got 3 minutes. Number 1, we know we got TJ Lateef starting. We know we got a team in front of him that believes in him.
I think so.
Prepare for him to be successsiul. Let him cook.
Let him run.
Play to his strengths.
Let him take some deep shots.
We got
especially if we can get a touchdown or get up early. Sure, give it to EJ. Let TJ run, but take a few deep shots. But Hunter to Barney. I mean, gosh.
Yeah, we gotta get Barney more involved too. He wasn't involved much yesterday.
I mean, he run. He kind of does the end around that we kind of throw a screen to him or whatever and get 6 or 7 yards, which is a great play. I like it
when it
works. But yeah, get him something deep.
Yeah, even just across the field. I mean, give him a crossing route. You see with Jeremiah Smith, if you watch Ohio State, when they need it most, what do they have him do? They have him do a crossing route in the middle of the field. Yeah.
To 7.
Yep.
Or whatever.
Got to get him more involved. Sorry, we will answer Kayla your question real quick. So she asked about Matt Rule having his own podcast and going on the McAfee show, this and that. It doesn't bother me. You got to think about how much time they're spent coaching, how much time is spent at the field with the players. You're going to have time where you're not doing those things. And so if he chooses to fill that time with going on McAfee and doing these podcasts, I don't care. I think it brings him down to earth a little bit and also shows that he's also human. It shows a different side of him, which I don't care about. To me, it doesn't bother me. I don't think it's impacting his ability to be a good coach.
So I actually really like this question, Kayla. But so when he went on after Franklin got fired, and I know he goes on every week, but at that point, and he said, I love it here, whatever. It did kind of seem like he was maybe, because in his weekly press conference, he didn't say no to Penn State. It kind of seemed like, okay.
Coach speak.
Yeah, maybe he's not all in on this. But what I like about him going on there is that it makes Nebraska a bigger brand, right?
Yes.
He's out there pimping us out every week, talking about Dylan, talking about the players, talking about everything, and how much he loves being here and how much he loves it. I like that part of it.
It's a very good point, the recruiting aspect of it.
Yes.
Yep.
And I think that's his goal. Sorry, I didn't see that you said that, Casey, but I think that's the thing. This is a cool place to be. Yep. So he wants to do that part of it. It's like free advertising, right? Yeah. It's him going on there and talking about Nebraska. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Is it a little bit, is he unfocused or whatever? I don't think so. Maybe for 1 week I thought that, but
it's just new.
It's yeah, exactly.
There aren't other coaches doing it. So it's different.
And we haven't had coaches do that type of thing.
Players
because Frost wouldn't talk to anybody. Yeah. He would just scowl at them.
Players might see that as
drink. But sorry. No, I actually like it.
Yeah.
So is it a distraction? Maybe a little bit at times, but overall, I think it's best for Nebraska.
I think it's a positive for the brand, 100%. Yeah, that's a good point. Good question, though. Very good question.
You know, really good
You're the first person to ask that question to us, so or maybe second. But either way, that's all I got. We're at time. Again, appreciate everyone joining the show. I know we're frustrated. Staying there as Husker fans. Again, we do this
You
when we
can't be
lose.
upset about that blackout, man. That was so cool.
We do this when
Sick.
we lose, and then next week, guess what? We're back on the couch.
Oh, we're winning this
again.
week. We are winning this week.
We got UCLA next week. TJ Lateef's going to get his first collegiate win. Let's go get it done. Let's believe in him. Let's show as fans that we care, as we always do. Appreciate everyone joining today. Cheers. I'm empty, but cheers. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy some NFL. And again, appreciate y'all being here today. And have a good one.
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next
after
week.
a dub.
Yes. Let's go.
Come on, good game, everybody, yeah.
Pat, I think it's safe to say that all these fans came out here to watch a game of football.
John, ring commercial.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making conversation. Come on. Football!
Come a-running, boys, don't you hear the noise? Like the thunder in the sky. How it rolls along in a good old song from the sons of Nebraska. Now it's coming near with a rising cheer that'll sweep all foes away. So with all our vim, we're bound to win, and we're going to win today. In the days of old,